Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Arm Wrestling Simulator, where today we're here in the brand new summer event, the area that is getting all the attention, all the love, all the updates, and that's fine with me because there are some insane rewards that are now in the game. But in order to achieve those rewards, we need to get super strong and have everything. And hey, 7 billion strength, it's kind of a lot of strength, right? Well, not necessarily, because if we go down here and we go through this portal, it will take us to the newly opened, newly discovered Pirate Cove. And this area houses literally the strongest and scariest boss I've ever seen within the game. And that boss would have to be the brand new Kraken boss. It is right here behind this little waterfall. And when we go through it, we can see the almighty Kraken. It only has 30 billion strength, which honestly we can get in the next like hour or two of just grinding. But there's a little sign over here is what makes all the difference. It says every time you beat the almighty Kraken, he gets stronger and stronger. He gains 250 million strength every time you beat him. And that's pretty insane because 250 million strength currently takes honestly quite a long time to get. Okay, 837 strength. I've got the wrong team on. Hold up. We currently get 1 million strength every time we use these grippers. So we would have to be here for just a few minutes to beat this boss one extra time. And the reason you would want to beat this boss is due to this Kraken's Fortune wheel over here, where you need 15 of these Kraken tokens in order to spin the wheel a singular time. So we would have to beat this guy 15 times to spin this wheel once. And there are some rewards like the Giga Lost Pufferfish that are 1 in 10,000, meaning we have to spin this wheel 10,000 times to have a chance of getting this pet just once. And well, since I want to spin this wheel 10,000 times, we better get working on getting super strong. And fortunately, we actually have a way to do that. Now, over here are the new bosses that were added within this update. They range from the Explorer all the way up to Mr. Tentacles, a boss that has 31.1 billion total recommended strength. And well, we've got 7 billion, so we're not quite there in terms of beating that guy. And the reason we would need to beat him is because we need to open like tens of thousands, maybe 50,000 of these Kraken eggs. And that's because this Heart Kraken right here is the best pet, the most optimal pet to get if you want to currently get strength within this update. Now, as you can see, we already have a team full of huge Void Heart Krakens, which is good because this means the huge stat doubles their strength. So it currently has a 7x strength within the update, but now it has a 14x multiplier here in the summer event world. And then with the Void version, it then has a 20x multiplier. So 28x times the 48 we currently have. We're sitting with around a 1344 total multiplier, but we can go much higher. And we also need to do this for all of our ult accounts because that is how we're going to get a ton of boss defeats and a ton of these tokens. And so I'm going to have to get around 400 of these pets today and then mutate all of them. And then we're going to have to slime all of them. And then just then we will be able to start leveling up the pets, because now you can level up pets just simply by using them to defeat bosses. As you can see right now, we have 5 XP for this pet. If we go beat, let's just say the Explorer, then all of our pets that we currently have equipped will get 5 more pet XP. So now it is really easy to basically double the strength of a pet. It only takes around 8 hours or so from testing to take a pet from level 1 to 100, and that is a 50% strength gain, I believe. And so we can make a super strong team, probably upwards of like 7,000 or 8,000 multiplier that we can give to all of our teams, which will help us get a ton of strength to then beat this boss a bajillion times and spin this wheel a bajillion times as well. But I think what I want to do is, since I need to open so many of these eggs and we're currently going to run out of coconuts pretty fast if we just start opening them now, I think I'm just going to go ahead and AFK enough strength to where we can at least beat Lady No Beard, so probably 40 billion strength, and then hopefully we'll get enough strength to beat Mr. Tentacles. As you can see, we're getting strength kind of fast, but I think it'll be a pretty lengthy process in terms of getting all the coconuts we need if we aren't able to beat this final boss. So yeah, I think that's a game plan. Get around maybe 60 or 70 billion strength just to first be able to beat this guy a ton of times. And then we can start the real process of maxing out a bunch of these teams and becoming super OP within the summer event. Okay, we might have gone a little overboard here. I think we're close to 24 hours later of AFKing the boss, but I have good reason. One is that we were actually leveling up some pets to try to get them to level 250. But the second is I just wanted to make sure we had enough coconuts to be 100% sure we can get enough pets, because again, we have to open tens of thousands of these, probably to make sure that we're going to actually be able to secure what we want. So like usual, Void, Golden Potions, chuck them on, say hello to the luck team, and let's go ahead and get to opening. Okay, after spending about 20 million coconuts, we have a full 380 huge huge void heart krakens with a few additional pets mixed in there. We did manage to find the one, and I think, what is that? 1 in a million giga nuclear kraken, which only has a 20x multiplier. If this is a 1 in a million, make it like a 30 or 50x. Come on, being a little stingy with the multipliers there. And so now we can move on to phase 2 of making these fully maxed out, something I didn't even do for the last rewind event, and something that I think is going to greatly help me out is just spending a little bit more time, and by a little I think I mean a lot of time, over here at this mutate machine, because this, as you guys know, is just one simple step in the process of making your pet stronger, because mutations give you either a 20%, 35%, or 100% boost if you can get a ghost. But realistically, we're just going to be getting a mix of the 20 and 35% boost mutates. But the problem is this wheel takes so gosh dang long to spin from start to finish. Let me actually count right there. So we got a rainbow. That's cool. But let me see. I just spun the wheel and I've got my little stopwatch out. It is going to take a whopping 7 seconds between wheel spins. Now that doesn't sound all that, but 7 seconds, that's nothing. But when I tell you guys, I've got 400, and that is going to be over an hour and a half of simply mutating these pets, because previously you could mutate, you could walk out of the circle, the wheel would disappear, and then you could walk back in and continue mutating. They fixed that. It was a glitch, but it was a nice glitch. So now we're just going to go ahead and transfer over all of the pets to all of the accounts, because I was going to do everything on my main account, but the problem is it's going to take so long, and especially sliming all of the pets as well. So we're going to go ahead and start distributing all of these pets. My inventory is absolutely down bad. It's lagging so much right now, but again, the good thing is by the time this is all done, this pet that has a 7x multiplier, let's say it gets a 2x boost because it's a huge, and then it gets a 2x boost because it's void, and then let's say on average it gets like a 1.25 boost from being mutated, and then again on average let's say like a 1.5 boost from being slime. That's a 50x multiplier. But if you guys remember, we're also going to be leveling up these pets over the course of the event. I'm pretty sure like next week there's even more, it's even better pets coming out, and so we might have to do this all over again. But we should at least within the first 8 or so hours get these to level 100, which is another 50% boost in strength. So these 7x multiplier pets, we're basically 10xing their strength on average, and so each account should have like a 2,500 to 3,000 multiplier boost, which is fantastic and will let me destroy the Kraken boss with ease. So let's get to mutating all 400 of these pets. Well, the cool thing is that only took about like 10-ish minutes to transfer the pet to get them all mutated, which is perfect, because now we need to slime all of the pets. And oh, here they are. All right, we got a nice mix of glowing. Looking to see if we got any ghosts, because that'd be, oh nope, no ghosts. Just kind of crazy. But the thing about sliming, it's kind of random. For some reason, the UI every time you slime a pet, it just pops into a different place. So I think it's about equally as fast. So we should be able to slime all 160 of these current pets in the next 10 minutes. So it would have taken like 3 or 4 hours. It should only take under an hour, and then we can go work on getting all of our alt accounts training up strength to beat that big old Kraken boss later on. But I've got some pets to slime before we can do that. Alrighty, well, we have just secured all of our pets being mutated and slimed. Most of them, as you can see, are just yellow and blue slimes. This account actually has no red slimes, which is, oh wait, there's a black slime though, which is so crazy. It's so rare. Anyways, I want you guys to see something. How long do you think it's gonna take for us to get enough strength to beat this final boss? Do you think it's gonna take us a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Well, let's go over here and auto train our Knuckles. Okay, we can beat him like 3 seconds flat. I'm telling you, this team is about to go crazy. So in order to get to the Pirate Cove, we have to beat this boss enough times to get 15,000 coconuts. So we just have to wait a few more minutes, like maybe like a minute, and then we can get 15,000 coconuts and get our accounts moved over to the Pirate Cove, where they can start really training and gaining strength and aiming to beat that Kraken, which is the end goal in all of this. But so far, I mean, this seems like a wild success. All right, we grinded a little too long here. That's okay, because we got the wins, or I guess the coconuts. What am I saying? Required to move on to our adventure, the Pirate Cove. If you guys know that, so we move on to the next area where you can get all these beautiful goodies. So now, I believe I realized that, oh my gosh, that training biceps is the best thing. Do you see this? We're getting 1.1 million per curl. Raw strength. You need 10 million to move on. And for some reason, this is going so slow. I don't know what's going on here, but we're already at 7 million. Let's go 8 million. How about 5, 6 million, 7 million? Oh, we've already got 8 and we're at 10 million. That took like 30 seconds and we are here. Hello world. Hello Pirate Cove. And I've also determined that in this area, these hand grippers are the absolute best way to get strength at the moment. So we're also going to see, we should have, oh man, I'm kind of broke on the coconuts, but if we go back to the regular summer event, do we still have our training method? Nope, we do not. But up here at the summer pass, there should be some free goodies. And the main thing we want, honestly, is those raspberries, but also we want, oh, the coconut crunch is only 25%. That's kind of mid. It's going to help us out with our strength. So that's why we're doing it. But man, that is, I thought that was way higher, like 50% for free to play, but still better than nothing. I might end up just purchasing some or trading for some of those arms, some of the 75% arms. I know there's also like 100% or 150% arms somewhere, but not sure where that is. All right, so now I want to see how much strength per grip are we going to be getting once we've maxed this out. We can also chuck on a trail over here. We can afford just the wildflower trail right now. That's okay. We can get the blue sky one later on once we're rich, but we're already moving up right now. 1.1 million per grip. That's pretty wicked, making 1.2 million. All right, we can see we're getting 1.6 million. By the time just tested, we're up to 2 billion strength. Now, you guys know the Kraken way over here. Can't do. We're running so slow in this event world. Holy moly. But this Kraken, he has 30 billion strength, or he or she has 30 billion strength, and the Kraken will get stronger by 250 million strength every time you beat him. So that's kind of a problem. That's why we're definitely going to need an arm and a better trail. But we've got arguably the maxed pet loadout, at least for this world. I know the developers have leaked in teasers another world that we should be expecting maybe next week or the week after. So again, I'm probably gonna have to redo this all over again, which is kind of silly, but I just wanted to defeat this Kraken. This Kraken, he's staring me down. He's looking at me a little funny, and I can't let him do that. So all that's left now is to do the same thing with my ult accounts, get him over here in this area, and then the last 4 ult accounts, transfer the pets, mutate him, slime him. You guys know the deal. I'll keep you updated. Let's go get to grinding. Wish me luck. Well, gamers, we did it. We got all of our alt accounts outfitted fully with maxed out teams of Kraken pets, including my account, where every time we use our hand groups, we're getting a whopping 3.5 million strength. And that is with a little bit of a time boost and a friends boost, but still, we'd probably be getting around 5-6 million strength per grip, which is awesome because as you can see, we're gaining strength relatively fast. And although that Kraken gains an additional 250 strength every time we beat him, we're also gaining strength pretty fast. And again, we've got the best trail and the current best arm for this event. And I'm gonna also work on outfitting all these accounts with arms because this is what happens when you don't have an arm, and this is what happens when you have the arm and trails. Your strength is basically doubled. It's crazy. So expect in about a week when we've gone full grind mode to drop a video, hopefully spitting around 10,000 Kraken wheels. I'm gonna try to beat the Kraken boss around 150,000 times, like 30,000 times, so like 20,000 times on each account, which is why I did all this, because if you guys haven't seen, these Kraken fortune wheel spin rewards are absolutely insane. 150% boost in the event, a 5 billion multiplier, giga lost pufferfish, which is nuts, tickets, 120 million multiplier pet, and a 145% pet boost. So I'd love to open or spin as many of these wheels as possible. So that's why we did the absolute grind we did today. But as always, hopefully you all enjoyed today's video and learned a thing or two on how you guys can conquer this summer event for yourselves. If you did enjoy, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.